Hello and welcome back to PUCL's PFTT 2024 in week 4 with me, GigaSaurusGames, as I am connecting to online mode and setting up link battle with my opponent. This week I am paired off against Egotistical Elected, who I believe I've played before, though I am not entirely certain if I have a video of that, because it might have been on a showdown battle, but I don't usually record because I don't like my setup for recording showdown very much. But I think usually we're sort of similar-ish skill levels. I'm still using that rental team because it's only a couple days after my previous battle, and I've really... If I have productivity time, I should be doing my proper research work. So I haven't exactly spent a lot of time looking at my team, so it's just still a rental team. I don't know how I feel about this battle going into this, I'll be honest, because... Yep, that's me. I was experimenting on Showdown with my Reg G team earlier, not changing it to speak of. Just sort of messing with it. And I was not doing very well, so I might not be in the right headspace for VGC today. So this could go very poorly. Hopefully it doesn't, but it absolutely could. But we will see what happens. My opponent, this is in fact my opponent, Egotistical Elected, who claims that Urshifu is the MVP. They're not exactly wrong. The results for... Oh no. One of the major tournaments came in and Urshifu was #1 in usage or something. Alright, so we're back to week 1. That's not... That doesn't make me especially happy, but here we are. I can fake out the Ninetales, I can set Trick Room, I can bring that, I can use Urshifu once Trick Room is over. Yeah, we'll do this. That's probably... Honestly, this is probably rental team, because I'm pretty sure it's the exact same team we faced week 1 and lost to. So this might go poorly, because that was a pretty bad loss that week. It just did not go well. Although, was that also the... Yeah, I suppose that was also the week where I got double flinched, so... Maybe I will get Trick Room up this time and everything will go better, but I don't know for certain. I didn't bring Lando, and maybe I should have. We do know that if this is the same team, the Lando underspeeds both the Articuno and the Ninetales, so I probably should have brought it. I'm gonna get Trick Room up, but shows how much attention I'm paying today. I will probably do that in game 2, especially if I lose game 1. Okay. I can work with that. We're gonna stick with plan A. We're gonna fake out the Lando, so it doesn't kill Incineroar for free, and we'll set Trick Room. The Raging Bolt is probably faster than a Trick Room Figuraf. It might be close. Raging Bolt's not the fastest thing in the world. Although Raging Bolt does have a minimum speed IV of 20, not 0, so that probably helps Figuraf there. Because I learned recently that the Paradox Beasts and have set IVs when you catch them in game, which means that they have 20. They were guaranteed 20 across the board, and I guess my opponent didn't realize I'm setting Trick Room, because that just helps me. Because now I'm definitely slower. I will use Hyper Voice. If I want to switch into the back, what would I be going into? I'd be going into Raging Bolt. I'm just gonna knock off for now. I think Lando is the biggest threat because I have Raging Bolt in the back. Ah, unfortunate. I should have knocked off the Raging Bolt. Well, Hyper Voice is multi-target move, so whatever. And I can always Psychic it next turn. And I definitely... Okay, so I need to knock off that Raging Bolt. I think it's AV, because that did nothing. Well, I say that. Okay. It has Snarl. That's somewhat suboptimal. Psychic the Lando and knock off the Lando. Because it just used Protect, so unless my opponent wants to double Protect, I will get the attacks off into that slot. I definitely think this Raging Bolt is AV now that we've seen both Snarl and Electro Web, though. Which means it probably can't Protect, so that's good to know. Let's see how much knockoff does. It might kill. Ah, it doesn't. Oh well. But Hyper Voice will certainly kill it next turn if Rigoraph lives the turn, which it probably won't. I'm assuming he's gonna. I'm assuming my opponent's gonna Earth Power Rigoraph. Oh no, Earth Power Incineroar, which lives the turn. I will take it. I Hyper Voice again, which will kill Lando if it will kill Lando, unless it protects. And I will knock off the Raging Bolt for free before Incineroar dies. I have Armor Tail. I think my opponent's just forgetting what Rigoraph does in VGC today. Which, you know, that's about how I was doing earlier today when I ran into a Pelipper that I should have known better, so... I was right, it was Assault Vest. Okay. Also notable, they are not yet. The Trick Room hasn't ended yet, so I will just do the same thing again. This turn, I still have Armor Tail, which my opponent should really know, which my opponent saw last turn. I'm a little confused what they're trying to do. Unless they're really sure, I'm sure they're gonna die here, which they don't even, so... Okay, so Trick Room ended. That is probably good for me, because I've got Choice Scarf Urshifu in the back, so timing's pretty good for this. I Hyper Voice. And I Flare Blitz the Ninetales unless I die, which is pretty probable. The Raging Bolt should... Now, what should happen is Raging Bolt should Snarl and kill both Mons, and Ninetales sets Aurora Veil, and I'm sad. That's what really should happen here. Okay, that doesn't disprove it. Okay, Electro Web. Rigoraph lived. I mean, Snarl can miss, but I think so can Electro Web. So... let me think here. I go into Urshifu first. That's gonna be Articuno. Yeah. That's as expected. If they don't kill Rigoraph, I will use Trick Room. No, wait, that's dumb. If they don't, I'm gonna, you know what? No, I'm gonna Protect and try to buy time for Rigoraph. And try to buy time. Surging Strikes will bypass Aurora Veil. Freeze Dry is gonna hurt, if that's what they go for. And it's probably what my opponent should do is Freeze Dry Urshifu, and then Blizzard with Ninetales. But Urshifu will go first, will go first, and Triggeraf protects, so fine. Because I knew that, that's what I did. Okay, so I didn't miss. That's a good start. That did nothing. That defense boost for Ice types from Snow really does help it, huh? Oh, I see. And then Blizzard from 9 to... Oh no, Freeze Dry. Okay. I'm not dead yet. I'm basically reliant on living an attack anyway, so I'm not gonna Thunderclap because I don't think it would kill even if it hit. Well, it might. Maybe I should have. But I am Assault Vest. I'm not gonna be weak to ice moves anymore. And that was a crit. That is a very defensive Ninetales. And Articuno, I guess, is choiced in some way. Which is good to know. Means I Thunderclap next turn. Or I might be faster now. Did I hit Thunderclap instead of Thunderbolt? I did, didn't I? I'm dead. Well, Lando wouldn't have saved me there. Problem, I needed Incineroar to be healthy. If Incineroar was healthy, Articuno was not nearly as free to do its stuff. So I need to bring Incineroar, and I need to bring it in the back to handle Articuno after other things happen. Here's what I think. Here's how I'm gonna switch it up. I think the main problem I had there was that I was doing damage too slowly under Trick Room. I believe my Lando has Protect. It does. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring Frigoraph and Lando in the front. If I'm in front of dual Ice type, I Protect turn 1 with Lando and Trick Room with Frigoraph. I then bring Incineroar and Raging Bolt in the back, because we saw Raging Bolt actually takes those attacks reasonably well. Even the crits for the Ninetales it was taken pretty well. And the Urshifu was just not helpful, and it would be even less helpful if my opponent brought Overpon. So we're going to adapt and switch it up this way. Essentially, we're changing the offensive Mon Urshifu for the offensive Mon Landorus. And if I lose this game, I lose the match, 0-2. So, yeah. At which point I will definitely know that either I'm bad against the Snow team, or this team is bad against the Snow team, or me piloting this team is bad against the Snow team. Because then I would have faced it twice and gone 0-2 both times. So. Alright, what do we got? Okay. I can work with that. The Ogerpon might have Taunt, but it also might just try to kill Lando. And I'm gonna bet on that being what my opponent wants to do. Because I'm pretty sure opposing Lando can't kill Frigoraph in one hit. The two of them together probably can if that's what they did, though. Okay, now I have a problem. I still need to keep Incineroar healthy. I need that Ogerpon dead. And last time I Terra Fairied, so maybe my opponent will expect me to Terra Raging Bolt and Sludge Bomb it instead of Earth Powder or Earth Power. Even if they don't, I expect I live one Earth Power barely, but I do think I lose this match because I completely misread what my opponent wanted to do. Ouch. Okay. Huh. I don't like the Lando being behind a sub. Kind of want to miss. Nope. I kind of wanted to miss because now I'm going to be reduced. Special attack. What's my opponent bring in next? If it's Ninetales, I probably lose. I need to kill the Ninetales, but it's going to Blizzard. It's going to Blizzard. Okay, use Aurora Veil, and now it'll probably still live the Sludge Bomb. Oh no, I died to Earth Power. That's what happens. Oh no, I'm faster. At least either it's a speed tie or I'm just faster. I don't know which. Okay. Okay. We're not dead yet. I really wanted that to do more, though. I'm not surprised, mind you, but I wanted it to be. As expected. So Lando and Articuno are both faster than what I have in the field. I'm gonna hope this kills the Lando. If it does, then I have a chance. But Aurora Veil's up, it almost certainly doesn't. That's why Draco Meteor did so little last turn, because Aurora Veil was up. I really needed Trick Room to go off turn 1. My opponent saw that. Okay, yeah, I lose. Yeah, I can't beat this Choice Specs Blizzard. I mean, it's annoying, but all it means is I have to Flare Blitz, because Flare Blitz breaks freeze. I wish I'd realized my opponent was going to do that. But what happens now is, yeah, that. Okay, my opponent was just reading all of my targets all day. Good job, good game, egotistical elect kid. I was just being completely outplayed. Yeah, my opponent's apologizing for the RNG that got the freeze, but again, I just Flare Blitz and Thaw it. It doesn't actually matter. The perfect protects the entire game, or what killed me. Well, so Top Cut is now dependent on how I do next week then. So I'll be up against someone else who's 2-2. Hopefully I'll be able to pull it out, but if I don't, it will just be another PUCL tournament in the books where I go 2-3, like so many of them. But I actually do think I have a chance next week. I knew as soon as I saw that team I was gonna have a problem. They think they had to claw their way back through game one. I really don't think they did. They had that Articuno was just more or less won from that point on. I've also noticed that like everyone always says I hope to see you in the playoffs. But they always say that. So anyway, good game. Egotistical Kid. I'll be back next week with my week 5 match. I'll probably again just be using the exact same team, because at this point I at least know how to play it, even if it does lose into that ice team. But until then, this has been GigaSaurusGames. Hoping you enjoyed my second loss of the tournament. Signing off. Bye.